Hello dear students, I hope you are all fine and you are all enjoying your stay at home. Today we are going to make a quick revision on Unit 9. I hope you have studied Unit 9 well, including Lesson 1, 3 and 5. Okay, so let's see the first question. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. Rai holds an ice cube in his hand and after some time passes the ice cube begins to melt. So which term describes the process of heat transfer? Ice cube in his hand means two bodies touching each other, two solids touching each other. So this way of transfer of heat, which one? Conduction, convection, insulation or radiation? What do you think? Which one is correct? Of course conduction, yes. Of course conduction, because there are two bodies touching each other. Two solids touching each other, so it will be conduction. Of course, insulation is not a transfer of heat way. Number 2. Look at this picture. As the soup gets hotter, and the soup inside the pot gets hotter, it heats up the spoon, as we have said before, this example. So the spoon gets hot after a while. Why? Which explains why the spoon gets hot. What do you think? If it is because whether because conduction, convection, insulation or radiation, what do you think? Which one is correct? Why the spoon gets hot after a while? Of course, with the same reason, conduction, because it's the same. Two bodies touching each other and one of them is metal. Don't forget, metals are good conductors of heat, as we have said before. So metal conducts heat very well. So it will be conduction. Number 3. The pots and pans in Sarah's kitchen are made of steel, copper and aluminum. What is the best reason Sarah's pots and pans are made of these materials? Why? Wonder why. What is the best reason? Number 1. They are easy to shape. They have low melting point. Or they are excellent conductors of heat. Or they have the ability to stop the flow of heat. Which one? Which is the best reason? Sarah's pots and pans are made of these materials. You know, steel, copper and aluminum are metals. And metals are what? Excellent conductors of heat, of course. Okay, so because they are excellent conductors of heat. Actually, metals are easily to be shaped, yes, but it's not the reason here. It's not the reason because we are not going to reshape the metals in the kitchen. And they don't have low melting point. Actually, metals have high melting point because they cannot melt easily, never. And they don't have the ability to stop the flow of heat because they are not insulators. So the best reason is they are excellent conductors of heat. Number 4. Objects can have potential energy because of their position, as we have said before about potential energy. So which object has potential energy? A running car on the road, a rocket on its way to space, a spinning top on the floor, or a mango hanging from a branch? Which one has an energy due to its position? No kinetic energy, no moving. A running car on the road, actually it moves, it has kinetic energy. A rocket on its way to space, of course it has kinetic energy because it's moving to the space, flying to the space. A spinning top on the floor, again moving, kinetic energy, while a mango hanging from a tree, just hanging, no motion, so it's staying in its position, so it has a potential energy. So it will be D, a mango hanging from a branch. Number 5. Oki's house gets very cold on winter nights. She has one thin blanket on her bed. What could she do to stay warmer? Let's see. Use another thin blanket, or use two fluffy blankets instead, or use a fluffy blanket and a thin blanket, or use a fluffy blanket instead of the thin blanket. Which one? Which one? Use another thin blanket? No. Use two fluffy blankets? Yes, of course. Two fluffy blankets. Actually, if you choose a fluffy blanket and a thin blanket, it's okay. But if there is two fluffy blankets, why not? It will be warmer for her, of course. So it will be two fluffy blankets instead. Number 6. Fossil fuels are a major source of energy. So which material is not a fossil fuel? Let's see which one is not fossil fuel. Coal, gasoline, natural gas, or wood. Which one is not fossil fuel? First of all, fossil fuel, as we said before in the first semester, fossil fuels mean the remains of dead animals and plants under the ground for millions or thousands of years. So by this situation, or by this way, the fossil fuel is formed. So which one is not a fossil fuel? Coal, of course, a fossil fuel. Gasoline also. Natural gas also. But wood, no. Wood is not a fossil fuel, because wood coming from the trees. Wood is not coming from under the ground or dead bodies of animals or plants. No. So it will be wood. Wood is a fuel, but not a fossil fuel. Only gasoline, coal, natural gas, it's okay. Number 7. Dan fills a bowl with hot water. He places 4 different objects in the wall, then smears a bit of butter, a bite of butter. Then he smears a bit of butter on each one, just above the water surface, as shown in the opposite figure. Yes. So here's a piece of butter. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them on this rubber spatula, and another one on the plastic ruler. And here is a metallic spoon and a wooden spoon. On each one there is a piece of butter. So, on which object will Dan first see butter melting? Butter melts first where? In which one? The plastic ruler, wood spoon, metal spoon, or rubber spatula? Which one? On which one the butter piece will be melt easier or faster? Of course, the metal spoon, because metal conducts heat very well or very fast. So metals are good conductors of heat, and the piece of butter will melt very easily and very fast. Number 8. Rachel tests how quickly different materials change temperature when they are heated. All materials start at 20 degrees centigrade and are heated at the same time. All the materials. The table below shows the temperature of the materials after 10 minutes. Which is the best insulator? Let's see which one is the best insulator. After 10 minutes from heating, these materials, the 4 materials, the first one stays at 49. The material 2 stays at 32 degrees centigrade. The material 3 becomes 25, stays at 25. The material 4, or the fourth one, stays at 40. So which one is the best insulator? Actually, the best insulator means the best one for losing heat. So will it be 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one is the least? Which is the least number? 49, 32, 25, 40. Of course, number 3, material 3, because it stays at 25 degrees centigrade after 10 minutes from heating. Number 9. Which form of energy results from vibration that travels through air? Vibration. Do you remember? The energy related to the vibration of objects. Sound energy, potential energy, electrical energy, or chemical energy. Since it is about vibration of objects, quickly about sound energy. Number 10. Which material would be best to wrap around a very hot cup to prevent getting burned? If you are catching a hot cup of tea or milk and you want to prevent getting your hand burned, so it should be wrapped by foam, paper, plastic wrap, or aluminium foil. Which one? Aluminum foil, of course, it will be very hot, because aluminum foil, aluminum allows heat to pass through it quickly, a good conductor of heat. Paper, it's very thin. Paper is an insulator. Plastic insulator, foam is insulator, but paper is very thin, so it can conducts heat after a while. Plastic wrap, the same. It conducts heat, while foam, it cannot conduct heat. It's the best one to wrap a cup and preventing it from, or preventing your hand from getting burned, so it will be foam. Number 10. Which material would be the best container to warm food over a campfire? You want to warm food over a campfire. So which one is the best container that we can use? Aluminum, plastic, rubber, or wood? Which one is the best container for warming or heating food over a campfire? So we are going to choose the best conductor, not insulator. Plastic is an insulator, wood is an insulator, rubber also an insulator, while aluminum is a conductor, a good conductor of heat, because it's a metal, so it will be aluminum. Number 12, the last one. Metal is a good conductor. Yes, we know that. Which object would be most useful if it were made of metal? Let's see. Thermos, oven mitt, muffin pan, or placemat. You know the placemat, like a small carpet. Of course, if it is a metal, it will be very hot. We cannot stand on it. Oven mitt. Is it normal to be the oven mitt made of metal? Of course not. We cannot catch any object from the oven with oven mitt if it is made of metal. Thermos, no, we don't prefer the thermos to be made of metal. But muffin pan, of course, yes, muffin pan, because the muffin will be cooked inside the pan if it is made of metal, since metals are good conductor of heat. So study well, please, this exercise. It's very useful as a revision for Unit 9, and see you in our next meeting. Bye bye.